So a lot of you seem to be quite interested in this whole idea of retire on crypto and this whole topic. And in a previous video, we showed you exactly how much you needed to invest in order to generate a certain amount of income. But today, what we want to talk about is the truth behind trying to retire on crypto, how retiring is sort of a misnomer, and the results I got when I actually tried out this strategy. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Baking Analyst channel, and today we're going to be talking a bit more about this whole retire on crypto theme, and specifically talking about the reality of trying to retire on crypto. Now, I've tried doing this on a smaller scale, for instance, by using crypto income to cover rent, boost income, and do stuff like that. But today, I will also be sharing with you some of my other ways of looking at this whole idea of retiring on crypto, and specifically how the yield farming strategies we covered in our previous video plays into the overall picture. First of all, and what you probably came here to this channel for if you're a long-time subscriber, is that of the crypto portfolio. One of you actually went ahead to ask on the previous video where I actually keep my bags. And the answer to that is nowadays, I'm only keeping my bags on real yield protocols and in blue chip coins. So things like Eldorado Finance was a good one. Now they have launched this thing called ELP2, which gives you a top 50 ETF of various cryptocurrencies on the BNB smart chain. And then another one that I had was MadMax. MadMax is by the same team from Mad Meerkat Finance back in the day. What they have here is basically a fork of GMX, and the underlying assets, as you can see over here, are Matic, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and USDC. The third of my bag, if you may, is on GMX. The reason why I chose GMX was because, first of all, it was the original, it has the highest track record, and also the mix of tokens that they supported were pretty good. So that was the truth behind my actual portfolio. Now let's have a look at the truth behind the actual income coming from that portfolio. So actually what I did was I put 1/3 in MadMax, 1/3 in GMX, and 1/3 in Eldorado Finance. I put about 30,000 of my own money into that. So as you can see, if we took the average of the APRs, as you can see in the formula above, I've basically just taken the average of MadMax, Eldorado, as well as GMX, and then divided that by 3 because each investment has similar weight. And ultimately, the monthly amount is somewhere around $1,900 a month, closer to $2,000 a month. So that's nowhere near any sort of retirement whatsoever. And the fundamental lesson to learn from this is that even though I'm willing to risk about 30K in these various degenerate pools, the idea is if you want to risk even more capital, you will need to have a much larger overall net worth, because chances are you don't want to be going all in into these farms in the first place. And that has been one of the comments that we've been receiving quite a lot on these videos, just to put that to rest. So what about the other parts of retiring on crypto? Is it really about retiring on crypto at all? And to answer that question, we need to talk about the concept of what it means to actually retire on crypto in the first place. So the two characteristics of this I can see is not just no work at all, because that is simply untenable for someone who is not exactly in their retirement ages, but more of levels of independence. So I think of this in terms of time independence and location independence. So first of all, time independence. While this is not strictly related to crypto, I do actually run a services arbitrage business on the side that actually generates about 50% of my overall broad income. How it works is you have clients pay you money, you then outsource that work to contractors in lower cost of living countries, and then use those pieces of deliverables as services to your original clients. So it's almost like drop shipping for services. That's a brief explanation of one of the ways in which I make my income, and that is one way where I achieve both time independence in the fact that I don't actually need to be working on providing that service, and location independence because all of this is managed online. The third thing that I do, and you can do as well, is to actually work in this crypto space. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because the crypto space, even though this is not strictly retiring, does give you one of the two things that we discussed, which is location independence. So as you know, a lot of crypto related roles are remote in nature, as you can see on this website over here. What my point is that you can actually stand to go location independent as well, and perhaps even time independent. You can actually mix the services arbitrage plus the contract roles together. Not suggesting you do this by any means, but that option is there. You can make use of these income Legos to achieve both time and location independence, which is, in my book, as good as retiring if you are similarly young and around the ages of 25 to 34, which is exactly where YouTube analytics suggests most of you are. So all in all, crypto and yield farming, as we know it, just for transparency, only makes up about 15 to 20% of my overall income. As I mentioned previously, things like services arbitrage make up about 50% 80% while the remainder is made up of work. So that's been the truth about my journey of trying to retire on crypto. If you want to find out if you have what it takes to retire on crypto or yield farming alone, check out this video over here where we talked about exactly that and cover a range of different ways within the DeFi space that you can do just that. With all that being said, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.